Hey Della, let's take a look at your final project here. This looks to be a complete redo from the last time we saw this. At least that's the way it looks to me. It's much cleaner, and the detail has really been refined, and that's saying something considering the last drawing had a huge amount of detail in it. I think that it ended up looking terrific. The lighting that's going on in the scene, it feels very rich, very full of nuance and depth. I love the way that the curtains feel like they have light kind of coming through them, like that they're transparent, having this great contrast between very, very light and very dark, and then even darker as we move into the depths of the room. Just show this, just this nuanced use of the lighting and the color and marker use in general. And it's very, very rare that we see, I think, this amount of investment being put into the final render. You've got a huge amount of detail from the patterns that are adorning all of the furniture, the arrangement on the table, which looks even better than it did before. There's just pattern everywhere. It's not just the furniture on the rug, on the curtains, even in the kind of the yard outside, which I'm assuming there's a certain amount of furniture out there. Cast iron, it looks like. So it just has this great sense of texture and sense of variety, but it comes together. It feels like it works together. A lot of this is due to color. The reds and the greens just are natural complements to each other, so they work well together, but they also bring with it a lot of contrast, and there's very little straying from that overall kind of dichotomy of red and green. There's some slight variations, there's hints of blue and things like that, but I would say overall that red and green just bring a strong unity to the scene. Good amount of value in place, great cast shadows. I think very good perspective overall, although it doesn't seem hyper dramatic. It just is there subtly, so the way that things are angled and how they just slightly recede as they move to the left and to the right work out well. This is very, very kind of specific, but I think the painting that's above the chair is wonderful. The way the light is hitting it on certain sides, how clear the painting is inside it, very much kind of a cubist painting, and the detail that's in the frame. It feels very like realistic. It comes across to me as just one of those things where everything kind of came together and it turned out exactly how it should turn out, and it, to me, I keep coming back to it. I don't know if it's because it's kind of a painting, but I think it ends up being the lighting and how the frame looks inside with the artwork. It turned out great. I always thought this was going to end up being a very good final, from the way that you dealt with the thumbnails to the color studies to assignment 3 of last week. There was this progression that was occurring where we were seeing more and more being done to it, and you didn't seem like you were holding back or rushing through, and this turned out, I think, even better than the last drawing, which I thought was very good. It really is kind of the way you want to end a class. It summarizes everything we've dealt with. I think it pushes you more than you've really pushed yourself throughout the class, and then the results just come together extremely well. It's a really wonderful final. I think you did just a terrific job with it. The marker work looks terrific, the color pencil work looks terrific, and the scene just has a nice kind of glow to it that you get from really good painting. So a great accomplishment.